Hello and welcome back to another Pick a Card love reading. I have 3 piles here. Number 1 is on the left, 2 is in the middle and 3 is on the right. The description box below will have your timestamps along with the cards that I'm using. Take a moment to choose which reading is going to have the message for you. And if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Just let it go and maybe choose a different pile or a different reading. If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can contact me on my Facebook page, and there is a link in the description box below as well. So I hope you enjoy your reading. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the pink love heart, pink quartz love heart. So I'll start with the masculine's energy as always and work through to the feminine's energy, and then some oracle cards there at the end. So starting out in the masculine's headspace, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Prince of Pentacles, so the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So the masculine at this time is thinking about how to move forward in a practical and effective manner that creates change. There's this desire to forge a new way forward and not do things, perhaps like reformulate the plan or something, like not do things how they were done in the past that maybe has not worked out, and sort of a reevaluation of the approach potentially. It feels like just really steady, grounded, practical movement forward. And there's through this whole reading, I see a lot of growth and a lot of burning away of old energy. So there could have been, it could have been a pretty rough ride for this connection for a while here, but there seems to be a lot of growth that comes from that and a deepening of connection. The Eight of Wands is really like the Two of Wands underneath it. It really is a lot of, like, for the masculine's head and heart, it is really a lot of expanding the understanding, like expanding awareness and taking a new path because of that awareness. There's a lot of just sincere devotion, like sincere what do I want to say? I'll move on, It's just like the masculine's willing to put in the groundwork and take the time, whatever it takes to make this work. And it's very, I want to say methodical, but I don't know if that's the word I need. Anyways, in the heart space with the Two of Wands and the Hierophant and the Two of Wands. So there's a lot of expanded awareness or learning or information or spiritual growth available in this connection, or that has, been, what do I say? I feel like this has been a very there's a lot of synchronicities between these two people. There's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of coincidences. There's a lot of divine happenings, and it's just a very it's a connection that makes you want to grow and be free and just expand in this whole different way. There's a beautiful sense of commitment and like a higher commitment, like marriage type energy from the masculine's heart space. So he does see this connection as a beautiful union and something that is long term, and requires. I feel like this connection requires a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it from both points of view by the looks here. So, how the masculine is viewing the feminine. Should we move to that? No. Yes. We have the Prince of Wands and the Six of Cups. This is so nice. So I'm noticing the bull and the lion here. We've got Leo energy here, and with the strength card, we also have Sagittarius. So there's a bit of fire, a bit of earth here, and Taurus. But anyway, the masculine sees the feminine here as explosive was not the word I wanted to say, but that's what wants to come out, so I'll say it. Explosive, sometimes, in more ways than one, I think, and creative, and feels like home. It's this sense of acceptance and love and recognition in each other. The key word here is pleasure. The masculine finds a lot of pleasure in the feminine, and perhaps the intimate times are very pleasurable to the masculine. There's a lot of desire in the feminine. The masculine sees the feminine as a very passionate being, and somebody who is on this path of spiritual awareness and spiritual awakening, but has these beautiful homely qualities too. So it's not just she's free as a bird, but she's grounded too, and I think that's something the masculine really adores about the feminine in this connection. Her free spirit and just this wildness that's there. Really nice. So, desire moving forward for the masculine. We have the Princess of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So remembering that we had the Knight of Pentacles up there in the headspace, which is really, really like same, right? It's that slow, gentle, steady, grounded approach to things that makes sure it's done properly. And the Princess of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, does also talk about new opportunities and going through the cycles of things. So with the Six of Swords as well, it's almost like the masculine saying, no matter what cycles and things that we face, we can move through this together and grow and expand and keep releasing what we don't need as we move forward together. The masculine's desire for the connection is to go through all of the cycles of life with the feminine, and grow and learn and expand. There's a lot of fertility in this energy as well. So, with the Hierophant, the masculine could, and the Six of Cups, there could already be children involved in this connection. But that's not just that type of fertility, it's also a fertile and abundant life, and the ability to manifest opportunities and bring to you what you need and release what you don't. So the masculine wants growth in this connection, to sum it up lightly. In the most likely action moving forward, we have Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. It's so nice, so more grounded, patient, calm, surrender type energy. Especially when I feel like things, with the Six of Swords there as well, things maybe have been out of balance or a little bit tumultuous in recent history, recent past, and so there's this need to approach things a little bit more grounded, a bit more calm, a bit more centered, and there is a desire should really hold these up to you. There is a desire here for just to be of more assistance to the feminine and not put pressure, but rather help her out. Sorry about genders, you work it out, but Six of Pentacles, the key word here is success, but it is also a card of somebody assisting somebody else, or giving their time or energy to them to help them with something. So the masculine wants to be of service to the feminine and help her grow, and just help this connection grow, and just take quite a slow, steady approach to the connection. So I do still have some Hermit Tarot. I didn't forget about those. I've just done it a little differently now, where I'm just going to pull a bunch together at the end. So the masculines are, I'm open to compromise, the Two of Cups. Be more selfish, and I don't want to lose you. So the masculine here is, exactly this, open to compromise, willing to give this connection a different approach if that means that people need more time for themselves here, to tend to other things. Then a more balanced approach is needed, and definitely with this Temperance card and this slow, steady approach where we're considering each other's needs in the energy of the masculine. So the masculine as well needs to, feels the need to be more selfish and more like the Six of Pentacles can mean the need to give to self as well. So there's this, as much as the connection is this huge desire to push things forward and to see expansion and growth, there's also a need to temper things, to balance things out, and to spread the energy in a different direction in the masculine's life, so that for both sides, so that you can, I'm just like, get other things done. There's other things that need to be attended to, and perhaps it's been such a struggle in this connection that it's taken both of your attention and energy for some time, and that really needs to balance out. So, you know, there's recognition here that we need to compromise. We need to find an equal balance with the Two of Cups, something that's going to be fair, where we get to tend to our own needs, because you don't want to lose each other. Four of Pentacles. We also have You Are Right, Sex, and I'm Addicted to You. So that's probably the other side of the coin, and why it's also been potentially so hard to focus on other things, because that is quite a passionate aspect to this connection, the sex and being addicted to each other and wanting to be together all the time and feeling like you're home together. So it's just that when you're apart, it can feel a little bit of a void there, but that void needs to be filled with personal pursuits and creativity and things like that expand your own joy in life. Basically, there's a need to bring more joy here through just practical steps, just by like doing the right thing. And sometimes self-love isn't the bubble bath, it's also being responsible, and it's taking those, you know, being our parent to self and stuff like that. But anyway, sex and addicted to you, you are right. Okay, the oracle card for the masculine is be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. That was the oracle for the masculine. There's one together in the journey of love, but I'll do that after the feminine's energy. So moving over to the feminine now. I should have grabbed water. I didn't. All right. Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Okay, so this is moving forward, a more exactly similar energy, not exactly, but so close actually. This is such a mirror. I've only just realised this. There's both got twos in the heart space. Yeah, this is actually, I'm looking the whole way through the reading. How come I didn't notice? It's just mirroring all the way through, which is nice. So I feel like you're both on the same page here and with a lot of things. So the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. It's time for the feminine to focus on embodying some of the truths or some of the expanded awarenesses that have come in for the feminine, or have already been there but perhaps not activated, or sometimes I feel like this way, especially when something takes a lot of our attention, we get drawn away from the things that keep us grounded, or our practices that keep us connected, or feeling, you know, self-care stuff. So there is a need for the feminine, and a desire to just be happy with self and find contentment in what you're doing, and bring a bit more creativity, or like bringing in some more activation into life, a bit more vision, like just stepping up onto the stage a bit more maybe, or just stepping like into life a bit more, into your own body maybe, if that's exercise or something you want to do. There's this desire to step into life a little deeper here. The Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands is also the feminine feeling like just really enjoying the fact that this connection can be so passionate together, but there's also these are two very creative beings, I feel, and so they can be quite self-sufficient and content in their own garden, you know, as well as together. And I feel always connected too. Like there's this constant connection in the mind space I'm seeing here, while because the masculine's here with the Prince of Pentacles, getting to work, sort of methodically going through some things in life. He might be tending to something that just takes his time, and it's one step sort of thing. Wants to be a bit further than he is, perhaps, sometimes, I feel, but just all you can be is here now. So taking those steps. The feminine's very similar, but there's this passion and this constant exchange of energy while apart, getting on with your day, that's there, and it's really nice as well. It's there was something else I thought I saw here. We'll wait and see. So moving on to the heart space for the feminine, we have peace and love. The Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. Peace and love. So with the Two of Swords, this is this like closure inwards. It's finding harmony and answers within. It's sort of not really looking outside to meet the needs or find the answers so much, but just gently tending to self. There's a lot of going within energy I'm feeling for the feminine here. The Oracle card's image, but we'll get to that afterwards. There is a beautiful gentleness, but there's also this as well, the Two of Cups, which is finding an equal balance in the connection, finding more balance here. We've actually got all of the twos out in this reading, which is a really nice sign of finding, and the Temperance card, right? This is a really nice balanced reading. Like things are coming into balance is just the message here. We've got a lot of full moon imagery here as well. So completion of a cycle and the culmination of something. There's the reaping of rewards as well after some hard work or after some sort of deep conversations and really getting to the darker places in each other and really like bringing light there and expanding and understanding each other. It's really there's a reward to be gained. There's a lot to be gained. I feel like the feminine is well aware of the expansion that's happening here and has seen it energetically or something, or felt it or perceived it, or you're in it, so you know whatever. What am I going on about? I'm just here also seeing that there's this desire to just unfold gently, organically, and authentically. There's a real softness to the feminine's energy in this reading. That lotus really brings me to feel that gentle unfolding and allowing things to just be and not pushing anything and just trying to find a nice balance and just like caring for self. I see a lot more, just a lot more life activation or self-care, sort of that being a little bit more important at the moment. So if you're feeling called, feminines, to pick up the yoga mat or turn on the guided meditation or whatever it is that brings you that sense of balance and connectedness, and sort of sets the tone for your day, then just definitely embody those things. Take up that practice and So the way the feminine's viewing the masculine at this time, we have the Prince of Cups and the Judgment card. So there's so much desire from the masculine, the feminine feels that. But the thing about the Prince of Cups is he is a little bit hesitant to fully commit in a way. So the feminine could be viewing the masculine as sort of like a butterfly that can't be captured sort of thing. Like it's just, the dolphin in this card represents playfulness and a free spirit, and somebody who's learning and seeking. So the feminine's viewing the masculine as coming perhaps to an awareness at this time, or some sort of next level of awakening or like removal of something that would have held him back, or something like this with the Judgment card I'm feeling. So there's a seeking energy, and there's but there's this, the masculine cannot be captured, and should not be, and I don't think the feminine wants to. There's this real independence and free spiritedness of this connection when it's in its peak and when it's healthy. I feel like this connection can be very two ends of the scale right here. So when it's great, it can be really a lot of growth. And I feel like, we need to go through these harder, darker periods and uncomfortable conversations and such to get to this to get to this growth, to shake things up and break things open. And I feel like that's sort of where this connection is at this point of something's been broken open perhaps, and it's just that unfolding is there to come through. So, what else have I got here in the Judgment card? Yeah, there's this calling here from the masculine. It's just the feminine's viewing the masculine as having some sort of calling to step up or to forge a new path, something like that. Desire moving forward for the feminine, we have this beautiful Queen of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. I love this Queen of Wands card because there's this stance in her, like, look at those hips thrust forward, like it's just, or like a pop to the side there. It's such a powerful stance for a feminine. I love that. Feet fall apart, and it's just so grounded on the earth, but it's the Queen of Wands. Like, it just feels really powerful. I love that image. And this is a feminine who stands in her darkness and her light. The cheetah here, this leopard with its spots. Is it leopard or cheetah? I'm not sure, but the spots on it represent the feminine's darkness and her ability to keep a balance of dark and light with the Two of Pentacles. Her desire moving forward is to be accepted and embodied in her full, accepted and understood in her full embodiment is what I mean to say. The Two of Pentacles is talking about balancing out some approach or energy or understanding. There's this need, yes, there is this need to bring more balance into the connection, and for the feminine to feel activated and just, like I said in the start of this reading, the feminine wants to step into life a bit deeper. We've got the King and the Queen of Wands here. That's also, a spiritual connection. When you have the King and Queen of Wands together in a reading, these are two spiritual beings that are here to really expand and live life in quite a full way. It's the full spectrum, right? And it's there's an explosiveness to this connection. In the most likely action from the feminine, we have Strength card and the Strength card, the Nine of Wands. So this is quite warrior energy as well. It's moving forward with resilience and strength, and I feel like it's similar to that Temperance energy as well, where we're needing more balance, when we're needing to balance out the life or this connection and have a balance there. And with this Nine of Wands, it's this having mental and emotional integrity as you move forward. Like, we're coming from a really strong, balanced, calm place and making effective steps, and not over tipping the scale, like really keeping a balance and being strong here and making sure things move forward in a way that's honoring the feminine's needs as well, because we'll get into that now with the Hermit Tarot. So we have, I still don't have all the answers. I want a fresh start with you. I need time for me. And that's pretty much what all these cards have been about. The Two of Swords is not having all the answers. That is that card there, but it's a sense of peace as well, and tranquility is going within to find those answers. And there's no real pressure to find those answers. It's just sitting with and letting it expand and unfold organically. I want a fresh start with you. I need more time for me. So wanting to do this, much like the masculine's energy, wanting to do this a little differently or tweak the method of approach here, where balance is applied, needing more time for self or whatever that means for the feminine. I would do anything for you, the Ten of Pentacles. Happiness is my priority, and I think that flipped out in reverse. So again, it's that I need more time for me. So what I feel with this card is that maybe there's been a lack of balance, and like the joy and happiness has not been prioritized, and maybe it's a little bit too much focus on things that are just draining and not needing to be focused on really. There's a better approach that doesn't sap one's energy. So I feel that came in reverse to say the feminine's like, I would do anything for you. This is my Ten of Pentacles. I want to make this work. I want the fresh start with you, but I do need to prioritize my happiness and make sure there's a balance here in the way I approach this. And the other card is light. So wanting to bring more light and understanding into this connection. And light is just knowledge, and so knowledge applied. Or knowledge is light. Light is knowledge. Talking to myself. So the feminine's oracle is, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So that's a priority for the feminine for the week ahead, to just be gentle with self. And we are actually approaching Mercury retrograde on the 30th in Aquarius, so depending on where that falls in your chart, will be how it affects you. But it's I'm personally feeling a need to be gentle and go within. So anyway. The oracle card for both is just for a moment joy, and that really does speak to the reading we've got so far. I'll just read from the oracle brings you a message part. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found. No matter how hard that may be to believe right now, let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you'll be allowing yourself to let in the divine to take over and sort out whatever needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You are being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to disassemble yourself a little or a lot, and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it lives. So just for a moment, joy for this connection. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful just after what I feel may have been quite, as we've said. So just enjoy this moment of okay, group one, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to reading again next week. Bye. Hey, group two, welcome to your reading. If you chose the selenite heart, this will be your reading. So, starting at the headspace. for the masculine, sorry. Start again. We'll go through the masculine's energy, we'll go through the feminine's energy, and then there's oracle cards at the end. So starting at the masculine's headspace. There is a lot of thoughts going around and around the masculine's head, perhaps thinking about what to say, or a conversation that has been had about this connection. There's some sort of, I feel some sort of maybe secrecy in this connection, or something that not everything here is revealed in this situation. And there's this desire for clarity on the unknown or the unseen in regards to this connection. There's like a lot of information to be gained. I feel like I should have grabbed an extra card before I started there, because it was just like, which is you and you. Three of Wands. Yeah, maybe a conversation that hasn't been had yet. There's not been a chance to have conversation, but there's this desire to gain information here because not everything is revealed. So the masculine may be thinking about that, or perhaps the conversation's being had. There seems to be non-action at this time, or like, just like a withdrawal perhaps. That's also reflective in the heart space with the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So the masculine may have walked away from the feminine in this connection, or there could be some sort of feeling of disconnection, whether that's physically, emotionally, like distance. Just really feeling like a sense of lack in the connection, or a sense of maybe coldness, and that I feel like the masculine may feel that there is like maybe he doesn't have enough to offer the feminine. That could be the feeling. So he's feeling feeling like the feminine is more abundant or has a more secure position in her life or this situation than the masculine does. That may be the case here. So I'm viewing the feminine now. With the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. The feminine here, the masculine knows that the feminine in this connection is very, I would say, devoted to the masculine. Really, there's a lot of love and a lot of patience and understanding. There's a real desire for an equal give and take. There's a desire for a fresh beginning from the feminine. There is so much, Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there could be some sort of betrayal in this that's happened here. It could be potential other partners if there's other people involved. There are a lot of different kings and queens out here, so it could be other parties involved, but you would already know about that if that's you. But I don't feel like everyone in this reading is going to resonate with that here, because I can see the timeline there for both. Ooh, what was I pulling that on? Wrong one. I wonder if that's the right card then. It must be. The feminine definitely wants to learn and grow with this connection. There's this desire for personal growth, but and to work on things. What do we got? There's a star on the bottom of the deck as well. So I'll go through the energies, including this one that we see here. We've got the Pisces, Leo, Capricorn, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius in this reading today. So if that resonates with you, Sun, Moon, or Venus, it doesn't have to though. So yeah, really seeing the feminine as wanting personal growth here, and like I feel like the feminine's ready for or has been ready. It's a little confusing, this reading, of because there's a real like disharmony on both sides, and it's hard to pinpoint whose energy is what, and everyone might be a little different. So, you know, you'll know for you. Desire moving forward in this connection: the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. This is very similar to what's in the heart space for the masculine, the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, where we have a feminine there who is being cut off. That's what it feels like. Perhaps there's a complete disconnect and no communication whatsoever. There's a real disconnect here. So the masculine's desire at this point is to I feel like there's a wanting to be, I think it's gentleness. There's like a desire to move forward, but without hurting anybody, if that applies. Nine of Cups, yeah. Just, yeah. There's this need to temper a desire to do I don't want to say do the wrong thing, but it's like the masculine may have impulses in two different directions or two different choices. Not to say two different people, you'll know if that's the case, but like going about it one way, like maybe continuing a cycle, or retreating and not, like, I just feel a split there. But there's a desire to meet one's own needs. Most likely action moving forward. We have the three major arcanas: the Emperor, the Hanged Man, and the Devil card. It's interesting that the feminines are quite similar in energy. Devil on the masculine side, Lovers on the feminine side. So I feel like the masculine is sitting, like, trying to be maybe gain control over something about this connection that's toxic or addictive, or needing to step back and see the connection for what it is, or that's what the masculine is doing. There's a sense of firmness in the masculine's energy. I'm finding this reading really tricky. So whoever's experiencing this may be finding it really
really tricky as well. The Page of Wands. The masculine wants more, Three of Swords on the bottom again. There's been some sort of heartbreak in this situation, or something that has been heavy and not free, like not light, not something about this has become. I just see a bit of a sinkhole almost. There is still like a lot of desire here as well, though. That's the thing. It's like the masculine's perhaps trying to get some answers on why he's feeling the way he's feeling potentially, or what has happened here, or I feel like I don't even know. So hopefully this even makes sense for you guys. I feel the same way. I just want space. I left because you told me to. And so, yeah, it could be that the feminine has told the masculine to leave and is... oh, man, I don't even know. Because I feel like it's different for different people here. But for some, the feminine has, ended this previously for whatever reason, and is now potentially wanting to reconnect, or there's just on both sides. If this is a decoupling situation, there's this inability to let go because of it could be your own or just, I feel like so many things. It could be a material thing, like a house, children, family, business, all those sorts of material things that sort of keep us bound together. But the feminine is here wanting to give it another go, I feel. I just want space. I feel the same way. Both parties here are potentially feeling a little hurt and not sure how to move forward, or it could be, some sort of maybe secrecy or something that's just, man, me trying to figure it out, I'm like, I just can't. So maybe that's how the masculine's feeling, like just trying to figure it out and just can't, because there's just not enough information, maybe. I just wish things were different. I can't even look at you right now, and you are right, for the masculine as well. So, I'm certainly feeling it, but it's just this quite a tumultuous feeling on the inside where I have no choice but to go within to find these answers, and really kind of feeling like you maybe need these answers from an external place, but you don't, and that's really hard to comprehend and move through, I think. Okay. The oracle card here is, for the masculine, is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And a little bit of that message is, this is happening for you, not to you. This is for growth, understanding, and expansion, not to torture or harm you So, moving over to the feminine side of the reading. The Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The feminine wants shift, change, and movement forward, wants a grounded and steady approach to this connection, is thinking about things that have been said. There's a lot of thoughts about what's happened and the way things have been done. The feminine does want to work on this connection, and feels like a lot of extra awareness is coming in now, and maybe there's been some time to process if there's been a separation. The feminine also, I feel like that's for some feminines are more needing to get focus on their own path and direct their energy away from this, like something new that they need to invest their energy into, but there's still this strong telepathic connection between the two here, with the High Priestess and the Eight of Swords up in the mind space. These messages are coming through to each other. There's still connection there. If there's some sort of disconnect, which I feel there may be. In the heart space, the Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. really bound up by feeling this deep emotional connection to each other, feeling each other's energy all the time, but there's feeling the disconnect very keenly, both sides. I need lots of extra clarifiers here today. Knight of Wands. There is a lot of love and passion for the masculine, but bound by, Ten of Wands and Nine of Swords there as well. Bound by perhaps the masculine, there's some sort of emotional, I want to say like underdevelopment or something in the masculine's emotional energy that has potentially been detrimental to the connection or caused some sort of sabotage the connection in some way. Maybe that could be the case here. There's a lot of anxiety and fear and just feeling stuck and bound and not knowing how to move forward, but having so much love and passion still here. It's like, I feel like the feminine's quite torn between feeding this love and passion into this, what feels so natural to give to the masculine, but there's this other, it's like, I feel like I can see somebody just being almost ripped in half, but not so graphically, as in the attention being pushed and forced or by the universe to a different direction or to something that needs your attention more, that would be more beneficial for you to feed your energy into, let's say. There may be a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of struggle for the feminine in the heart space here. Viewing the masculine with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords, we've got energy, walking away energy here, moving away from what doesn't serve, potentially based on things that have been said or a truth or information that's been revealed. The masculine could be speaking quite logically at this time, like being a little bit stoic. The masculine is, moving away from what doesn't serve in search of a new beginning, in search of a, what would we say? Needing to be a bit more selfish and care for or tend to his own needs, wanting more balance, wanting I just feel like as much as it may feel like in this connection some sort of decision has been made, I'm not so sure about that. Like I feel like things are way too up in the air still. So desire for the connection, the feminine needs time to rest, and so maybe get a little bit of assistance or support in managing some of the heaviness, because this is really quite heavy for the feminine here. I feel like the feminine here wants to come through this victorious, wants not to be beaten down by this, but to grow from it and lift up and become more resilient and learn from this situation as well. There's this I won't be defeated energy, or I don't, like, just real not wanting to be defeated. Wanting to be, act from a place of integrity, regardless of how hard things might be at times. And there's a very internal processing energy here. Most likely action moving forward from the feminine, we have the Hermit card, the Two of Wands, and the Lovers. So two decisive type of cards and coming from a place within. The feminine here is withdrawing, much like the Four of Swords. Desire to just step back and take care of self and be a bit more gentle with self and find those answers from a place of quiet and solitude rather than any distractions or noise from outside. But yeah, there's two decision cards here. The Lovers is a decision that's in alignment with your highest good, with your your divine path. It's making decisions that are not out of alignment with you and what you need on a fundamental level as well. There's a new path being forged here, or a new journey. And if that is that this reading has been in separation or coming to some sort of breakup, I can't give an outcome on these readings. Not this week anyway. I don't feel like we can. I feel like things are so. Like some weeks it seems like the same reading 3 times in a row, but I can already tell this week is 3 very different piles. But anyway, that just shows a lot of change, a lot of shift, a lot of like things are getting stirred up maybe. For others, things are settling down. So anyway, yeah, the feminine wants to make healthy choices for self and move forward in a way that's going to bring, the greatest outcomes, the greatest connections, the greatest joy, all of that sort of stuff there. We have, I am sorry, you are my everything, 10 of Cups, maybe, or 10 of Pentacles. And I miss you, do you? So if it was that the feminine said I left because you told me to, the masculine, and if the feminine has said, that I need to walk away from this connection for whatever reason, the feminine is feeling that quite keenly. I'm sorry, you are my everything, I miss you. We also have, you are wrong. The masculine had, you are right. So if that's a message there in itself, where one person is, maybe that's that. The fat masculine is saying, well, you're right about whatever that was for you, you will know. And the feminine is saying, well, the masculine is wrong. Now is not the time, and I want you to choose. So yeah, it does feel like a place of disconnection and needing to find some answers, but it's kind of hard to get the answers if you aren't in speaking terms, and that may be the case for some people here, but there's a lot of seeking going on, trying to find out what's not revealed here, or what there's more to this than meets the eye sort of feeling. So yes, the feminine's other oracle is the beautiful Shekna, new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. For the feminine there. So that is very much in the energy of the Two of Wands, taking a new path and going for it, living your dreams passionately and choosing what's in alignment with you and with your destiny. We have an oracle card for the both, fire and ice. So, this could be a very hot and cold connection, and on and off, and that could be really draining here as well. So, I just feel needs are not being met. Pages are not on the same of. Is that even a thing? We are not on the same page as that. All right, so. Okay. If you are consciously feeling the conflict in your life, internally or externally, then you are being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient and wait. There is nothing to fix here, just awareness to step into as divine creation continues to unfold through you. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. This oracle brings you guidance that the conflict you feel within or externally is a sign of your spiritual growth, and soon you will grow larger than the conflict. But for now, you do not need to engage in it. Simply to be present to it and allow it to work its way through you until you are strong enough to have outgrown the conflict, giving rise to a clear direction. It may seem impossible, beloved, but it is not. You are a vast being. Give yourself a chance to realize this and have patience. All is becoming, including you, according to the perfection of a divine design. This oracle brings specific guidance on any relationship matter requiring a decision. Until you have simple clarity in your heart, beyond the pushing away and pulling closer, then it is time to wait, for there is more yet to be revealed. Only when your heart speaks clearly, then you will do well to act as feels truthful to you. Okay. So, I will leave that there, Fire and Ice Group 2. I'm just sending a bit of calm and tranquility and love to this connection. Hopefully you receive that. I'll use my bowl, so hopefully you receive that as you listen to the reading, and I look forward to connecting again next week. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome to your reading. Group 3, if you chose the Tangerine Selenite Heart. This will be your reading. So we'll work through the masculine's energy, then the feminine's energy, and some oracle cards at the end. Ooh. What did I just flick off here? They weren't in the reading, but I bumped them off the top of the pile. I figure I better have a look. Okay, so starting out, they're not for me. Starting out with the Knight of Cups and the Lover's card in the masculine's headspace. So there is a deep intimacy here within this connection, a lot of passion and soulful connection, feeling like there's more to this connection than just sex. So there's more to this connection than meets the eye. This does actually feel like a relatively new connection. Some people that may not be the case, but for a lot of people, I feel like this is somebody potentially new in your life. And the masculine's energy with the Knight of Cups it's a beautiful, charismatic, and joyful, playful, pleasurable energy. Really nice energy, but it can be a little bit hesitant to make any deeper commitments. Without knowing, first and being sure first. So the masculine's just enjoying the passion in this connection, and seeing where things go. I might get another one for the heart space, actually. There it is. Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. So the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. The masculine wants to move forward with balance, really enjoy this connection, take it really slowly, no rushing anything, like just making sure it's done right, because I feel like he really likes the feminine. There's a lot of attraction and maybe too early to say, but love here, there's a lot of attraction and passion here, a lot of excitement, and like feeling like this person that you're connecting with is just, there's more to them. There's more dimensions to their being. You can meet them in a deeper place, maybe. This is like a total wish fulfillment to be able to move this forward and sort of take a next step and see what happens. It's really, it would be quite the wish fulfillment for the masculine to see how things unfold here. The way that the masculine's viewing the feminine, we have the Hermit card and the Knight of Swords. So the feminine might be a little bit withdrawn sometimes and sort of seeks her own counsel in regards to this connection. Sort of, there's a real wit to the feminine. The way the masculine views the feminine is very clever, very wise, intelligent, and somebody who just sort of streamlines success and makes it happen. If they want something, they can make anything happen. They go for it. And the Ace of Cups as well. So there's this. I feel like the feminine is quite self-sufficient as well, and has her, has potentially a lot going on in life, and is quite busy, but still has this beautiful, gentle love and caring, compassionate heart for anybody who needs it as well. So, I'll go through the star signs before I get too far ahead of myself. We've got Gemini here, Virgo here, Cancer, and Aquarius, and Leo is all here. So Sun, Moon, or Venus doesn't have to be though. Anyway, Where are we moving on to now? In the desire for the connection, we've got the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. The masculine wants to take this leap of faith. If this is a new connection, especially, I do feel, just sort of leap into this and see where it goes. There's perhaps a desire to make this a deeper commitment with the Ten of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles, sort of cooperating on and talking about the bigger picture and sort of moving towards that together on the same page. For those in a deeper connection that have been established for some time, you know, this is definitely talking about those bigger decisions in life. This could be, you know, financial decisions around a house and or a business or a larger purchase, and sort of coming together to make that choice and make it happen. The masculine wants to, really just come together and make something happen. So in the headspace there is this dreaminess, and maybe it's that the feminine feels that the masculine is quite an eligible bachelor, or somebody who doesn't really need to ground or commit himself to anything, or could come across as quite, you know, I'm hearing unobtainable, but I don't think that's fully true here, because the masculine is here wanting to really build something in the long term with the feminine by the looks of it. In the most likely action, we've got three major arcanas: the Chariot, the Magician, and the World card. So moving forward with confidence, wanting to manifest this connection and feeling like this is a whole new world that the masculine is moving into and concocting. So moving into this whole new world that is being cooked here, baked, whatever you want to say, weaved, manifested. There's also this, for some connections, there's potentially the moving of a house here as well, like living arrangements and stuff being, like moving to the next level, maybe moving in together. That sort of thing is potentially here as well, like taking things to the next level, the next step. In the Hermit cards for the masculine, we have I am addicted to you, I would do anything for you, and what do you want? Feeling like the ball's maybe in the feminine's court potentially. I don't know. I think we both want each other here quite a lot. I'm addicted to you. Ten of Pentacles again. I would do anything for you. What do you want? You already know that I feel the same way and that I'm ready. That's a pretty clear message, isn't it? You already know how I'm feeling about you and that I'm ready to take this step and see where this unfolds. The Oracle card for the masculine was deep in your heart. You already know the answer. Do what you feel is right. I feel like you both know, maybe some little doubts here and there. Do they like me that much? You know, are they going to hurt me? Those sorts of little things that may be coming up, but really you both want the same thing by the looks of it here. In the headspace for the feminine now, we'll move over to the Sun and the Eight of Swords. So really optimistic and bright and looking forward to this. Like the expression in actually all of the feminines, well, not all of, but a lot of the cards. See the imagery here where we're bursting forth from the heart space? You know, we've got a lot of feeling going on right here. Look at that. There. Look at that expression and dance and just, so good. The Sun card. But we've got the Eight of Swords. What's going on? A little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear, a bit of worries. Like, you know, as I said before, maybe unsure if this connection is going to be what you hope it's going to be, or maybe something, a conversation or some sort of thing from the past has caused some sort of doubt that sort of maybe like you're feeling really positive and everything looks really great, but that little niggling voice or that thing from the past creeps up and says, well, what about this? And, you know, I feel like that might be a little thing that goes around for the feminine's head that can be released, but in time. So just a little bit of angst there for the feminine. I feel like it's because the feminine really maybe wants this connection to move forward and be something really beautiful, and there's some sort of fears around it not working out, which is totally normal, you know, to have those feelings. But we work through them. So in the heart space, we have the Star and the Judgment card. So a lot of hope for this connection, a lot of like really feeling like this is a divine happening with the Judgment card, something that's being called in, something that the feminine has wanted to manifest for a while now, feeling like the potential in this connection is quite huge. And there's just this beautiful, gentle hope that this is a true light coming into the feminine's life. Viewing the masculine now with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficient and successful. The feminine sees that the masculine perhaps is in the public eye maybe, or gets a bit of recognition for the work that he does, or maybe the form that he's in. He could be quite a beautiful, physically beautiful masculine, getting a bit of attention from all sorts of areas there, really popular maybe with a lot of friends or community, somebody whose voice is listened to or respected, somebody who is quite confident and happy in their stage in life, very self-sufficient and sort of happy in their own life. So it's that, it's a little bit, yeah, like the feminine really thinks that the masculine is quite a bright being and somebody who's really abundant and happy. And yeah, it's this Nine of Pentacles, another indication this could be still early days of a connection, and maybe it's not solidified into being together yet, with the Nine of Pentacles still being viewed as maybe a single person. But if that's not the case, it's just that self-sufficiency and being quite content in one's own life, seeing the masculine as, yeah, quite happy and creative, expressionate, and yeah, not hindered by too much, I think. Desire for this connection from the feminine, I like this. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, so it's like, you can have my one little pentacle. Like, I got one, let's see how it goes. And then the Seven of Pentacles as well, so wanting to nurture the connection and basically see how it goes, put that seed down and sort of see what happens, see how it grows from here. Yeah, and willing to put in the time and the effort that it would take to nurture this connection, and yeah, just see where it goes if that's the case. If it's a longer standing connection, I've kind of got to read for both. I do feel, like I said, a newer one, but this could be a new creative endeavor or manifestation, business idea, the move, if it was a house move, whatever this new thing is that you're working together on. Yeah, they're both on the same page and wanting to they just feel like two people wanting the same thing here, whatever that is for you. Now, most likely action with the Nine of Wands, Four of Wands. So with this Nine of Wands, it is a resilient energy, and a kind of, yeah, well, we've all got stories and pain from the past that we either bring with us or learn from and grow out of, but sometimes there's a, you know, still that sense of needing to protect oneself. So that may be here for the feminine, like a little bit guarded, but, you know, for the most part, much like this energy, the Sun and this Eight of Swords, like so enjoying, like I just want to tuck, for most part, that's just tucked and we're here, right, in this energy. For the most part, we're dancing and we're having a good time and enjoying each other. But sometimes there may be some sort of, just, I don't know, maybe a seriousness takes over sometimes. Just to ensure, like, check in with oneself to ensure that you're acting with integrity and you're not responding out of a place of fear or wanting to sabotage or self-protect or anything like that, but really like going and using whatever that feeling is that causes a little bit of, yeah. Into the Hermit Tarot now. We have, you are so very special. You matter. And light. So this beautiful bright light has come into the feminine's life. We've got that as well, really hoping that this is a true light that is coming in, pulling it in, drawing it in. And look at the you matter energy colours, and it all just lovely matches. Sun and the sun, you are very special. I love it. Very nice. What do I put that back for? Come here. You matter. You're so very special and light. Really feeling like this is such a beautiful connection, and so really hoping that it is true, hoping that it's true. I dream about you a lot, maybe too much. And then a bunch came out here, and I feel like it's just exactly as it says. I am terrified that there is someone else. Let me have you. You have so many choices and options. So that anxiety from the feminine could be that the masculine is very attractive or in the limelight, or maybe has a lot of options, like it says here, and feeling like, you know, why would you choose me? I hope you do. There's a beautiful connection here. So that, you know, reinforces that. I really hope this is something true. or going in the direction that I want it to go in. But I'm absolutely terrified that there may be someone else. Let me have you. So, I feel like it's, I want to say unwarranted. Maybe something in the past or the way it came together or something was said that, unwarranted, don't need it. King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too, right? So this king is here. And the cards also show that there's no split in attention anywhere else. And the Six of Swords, releasing that for the feminine, releasing that idea that there's somebody else, and that, just enjoy this and let it unfold naturally. Oh, yeah, I just split the deck and see the Three of Cups. So just enjoy this. This is about joy and connection and having fun and celebrating and finding friendship in each other. The Oracle card is, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So don't fear anything, just let it unfold naturally. It's so beautiful. And then the Oracle card for the both of you is Yin Yang Lover. I'll read the whole one, so bear with me. The force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. There is no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. What is it that captures you, that pulls you close, that holds so much light for you? Why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab a hold of, really love to grab a hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It is there waiting for you. It is yours alone, beloved. No one else can claim your own divine birthright for you. Be yielding and let your desire fill your body, your heart, and your mind. You don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction that emanates from your own heart. It's not a question of worthiness or deservedness. It is not a question of trying to work out what you need or want. Your heart always knows. Listen. If you still can't hear, then just feel. You'll get the gist of it soon enough. This oracle has a message for you. No matter whether you seem to be heading closer to your goal or further away, you are making real spiritual progress. And what you want is the same thing that is wanting you. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's only a matter of time before you get it. I love that. I love it. So two people here wanting the same thing. That's what I've got. So I'm going to leave it there for you to want each other throughout the rest of this week. And I look forward to connecting again next week. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you then. Bye.